Well, hello YouTube. It's been a few years since I made a video like this. Probably been about a little over 3 years since I made my last one. I now have updated results, so I wanted to share those with you guys. I know it's been a while since then to update. My mom is taking the test, my grandma is taking the test, and I was attempting to get my grandpa to take the test, but he procrastinated a lot, so it never happened. But I do have good news. And the good news is that my girlfriend is going to take the test. So I bought her the Ancestry 23andMe plus health. So we'll find out what she is hopefully in the next 2 months, because I'm going to actually fly down to Mexico to hang out with her. I'll be there for about 2 weeks. She's gonna take the test. I'm gonna fly it back up here with me, mail it off, and you already know the process takes like 3 weeks, a month and a half. I have no idea, but it takes a while. So stay tuned for that. Background information on her: she's also from Los Altos de Jalisco, same little town that my parents are from. But she's more of your light-skinned Mexican variant, I guess. She's got very light skin. She's got green eyes, natural brown hair. So her results will be interesting. We'll see what it is. She thinks she's part French. I don't think so. Is it possible? Yeah. I mean, there was a French invasion. Obviously that happened. I mean, that's the whole reason behind Cinco de Mayo, is the Battle of Puebla. So is it possible that some French guy or French woman stayed around and, had babies? And here you go, there you have it. My girlfriend is part French. I highly doubt it. So we're betting that she is less than 5% French. I'm assuming that she's probably 80% Spanish of some sort, or 80% European. I'm not gonna say just all Spanish, because there's other stuff she could be. Part Jewish, some Northwestern European, maybe part English, or just part Italian, something random like that. So whatever, either way, there's a little side bit going on. I want to share with you guys what I have today. So that is my updated results with my mom's results and with my grandma's results. So let me go ahead and start recording the screen. Don't really know how any of this technology works, but I'm figuring it out. I also got one of these cool little ring lights. Super nice, because I know my last video, the lighting was terrible. The phone, I shook it around a lot. I'm sorry for that. I know that a lot of people were pretty upset, so sorry. Now there's less shaking, things aren't moving around all over the place. I figured out how to record my screen on my computer, so that's cool. I'm not grabbing the phone and recording it and whatnot, that was pretty annoying. So cool, we're making progress. All right, well, looks like the screen's recording, so we'll go ahead and start from here. Let's see. So we'll go over to Ancestry and Traits, and I still haven't updated my picture, still the old one. Should probably do that. I didn't have a mustache in that one. Now I have a mustache, obviously. So let's go on to the Ancestry composition. Okay, so what's changed is that there's now less unassigned. It's 2.4%. There's this trace ancestry. I don't think that was on the old one. But let's start from the top. So we've got European, 67.5%, Southern European, 64.8%, Spanish and Portuguese, 60.9%. Still doesn't show like regions of the Iberian Peninsula. It still just says Spanish and Portuguese. Odds are probably Spanish, not Portuguese. I don't think there's a lot of Portuguese that moved to Jalisco or really Mexico in general. Is it possible? Sure. Don't think it happened. That's more of like Brazil, you know? So, anyways. Broadly Southern European, 3.9%. Ashkenazi Jewish, 2.1%. Broadly European, 0.6. Indigenous American is now an even 25.0%. Indigenous American, 25.0%. It's pretty crazy how it ended up being exactly a quarter. Because I think in the first video I made, it was a little more indigenous. I think it was like 26%. So it ended up dropping a little bit. And now it ended up being an even number, or an even 25, not even number. I know it's not even. But to me, that's cool. Because it's exactly a quarter. That's cool. Sub-Saharan African, 3.2%. West African, 2%. Senegambian and Guinean, 2%. Fula and Wolof peoples, don't know what that means. So I'm gonna have to do some more research, because that wasn't on the first update. The first one, it did say it was like 3% Sub-Saharan African, but it didn't say what kind of like subgroups were inside of that. So that's new. African hunter-gatherer, 0.9%. Northern East African, 0.2%. Sudanese, to be specific, 0.2%. Broadly Sub-Saharan African, 0.1%. And we've got Western Asian and North African, 1.6%. North African, 1.1%. Northern West Asian, 0.2. Broadly Northern West Asian, 0.2. Broadly Western Asian and North African, 0.3. This result's kind of funny, the Western Asian North African, because it's basically Arabic. And I've been confused for Arabic before. So for me to get the 1.6% was kind of funny. Other people don't see it. Maybe it's just like the nose, the dark hair. I don't know what it is. But I don't really see it. Anyways, it's there. Trace ancestry, broadly Central and South Asian, 0.3%. I think it's probably not that legit. 0.3 is pretty low, especially considering that they say it's trace ancestry, not even part of the main subgroup. So why even include it? Unassigned, 2.4%. Yeah, they still haven't pieced me together completely. They still have to figure out what that 2.4% is. Maybe it's like, I don't know what it is, but we'll see if it changes. Mexico and Central America, Jalisco, Mexico, Mexico. So as you guys know from the old video, that was completely accurate. My whole family is from Jalisco, both sides of the family. Yeah, everybody. So cool, there is the results. Let me show you guys my mom's results. It's probably gonna be family and friends, I'm guessing. Whatever, just go to view all DNA relatives. Olga Deanda. Okay, cool. We go to hers, see full report. So this is my mom's. Show you how similar hers is to mine. I was amazed to see that it was so close, which makes me believe that my dad, we haven't tested him yet, is probably just as similar as hers is. Probably less European, probably more indigenous, probably more African, but probably pretty similar. So Southern European, well, let's start from the top. European, 73.8%. So she's more European than I am. 71% Southern European, 66% Spanish and Portuguese. It's weird. Hers used to have a region. When she first took the test, it said Andalusia or Andalusian for the region, and now it's gone. So I don't know what happened with that. It's weird. Italian, 1.9%. My results used to have Italian too. It was like 4 point something %, and now it's gone. I think it got absorbed into the European. That's stupid. Of course it got absorbed into the European. The Southern European, specifically in Spanish and Portuguese, I think is what happened. Broadly, Southern European 3.8, Ashkenazi Jewish 1.4%, broadly European 0.6%, Indigenous American 22.1%, so she's about 3% less than me. Western Asian, North African 2%. There's all little subgroups. East Asian 0.6%. I don't know where they're saying what part of East Asia, because Asia is ginormous. So for you to just say East Asian, you know what I mean? It's like where? So yeah, not very specific. Trace ancestry 0.3%. It's funny. Senegambian and Guinean 0.2. So for me, it's a lot higher. I think it's like 2% for me. Indonesian, Thai. I can't even say this word here. Khmer and Myanmar. Unassigned 1.2%. Hers is really low. It's like half mine. Same thing. Jalisco, Mexico. For her, here's the subgroups. I didn't even show you guys this one for mine. My bad. Spanish and Portuguese, 1920 to 1860. Full Spanish. I'm gonna say Spanish. Relative was born between 1920 and 1860 for her. So allegedly, my great grandpa, so her grandpa, was born. This isn't alleged. We know he was born. He was born in like 1907 or something like that. So this is in that range. Could be him, or it could be his dad. So it'd be my great grandpa, because he was born, I believe, in like 1880 or something like that. So could be one of those two people. Both of them were really tall, like 6'4", kind of like thin, lean build. Had brown hair. Both had blue eyes. My great grandpa and my great grandpa had blue eyes. They were very light skinned, but they could get tan. So they'd have like an olive tan. They would never get really dark. They would just kind of get olive, if that makes sense. So maybe it's them. I don't know. Anyways, then she has an Italian relative. Then she has an Indigenous American relative, Arabic relative, Jewish, Iranian, North African, and it just trickles all the way down. So that's my mom. My grandma, let's go to her. I'm gonna go back twice. Here she is. Okay. Here you go. See full report. So hers is almost exactly the same as my mom's. It's just weird to see that they're all like very, very similar. But just by chance how it ended up being. So we got European 72%, Southern European 68.8%. No, yeah, okay. Spanish and Portuguese 65.6%, Italian 0.3%, Ashkenazi Jewish 2%, broadly European 1.2%, Indigenous American 21.9%. You see that? So that's like almost spot on to my mom's. Here's where it's a lot higher for my grandma. So she got 3.3% of Western Asian, North African. I think for me it was like 1 point something. My mom was like 2%. So hers is quite a bit higher than ours. Sub-Saharan African, my grandma got 0.6%. And you saw on the trace ancestry, my mom got like point something. It was like trace, so it was like 0.3 or whatever. It was just a little less than my grandma's. Leads me to believe that if my grandma had like 0.6, my mom had like half that, 0.3. That means that my grandpa has like none. Maybe. I don't know if genetics works that way. But for it to split in half, that's my brain, it makes sense. Okay. Trace ancestry 0.7%. What's that? Let's see. Southern East African 0.2, broadly East Asian 0.2, broadly Central and South Asian 0.2, Northern Chinese and Tibetan 0.1, unassigned 1.5, Jalisco again. So that's everybody. That's my mom, that's my grandma. Let's go back to home. Nope, let's go to ancestry and traits. And then let me show you guys the ancestry timeline. I forgot to show you it, so my bad. Okay, here it is. So for me, Spanish and Portuguese is the most recent full-blooded ancestor. Puts it at between 1910 and 1850. So for some reason, it's like 10 years earlier than my mom's. I don't know how that works. Maybe it's my dad's side, not my mom's side, because they both have a similar like history. Both come from the same town in Mexico. So I don't know, just guessing. African hunter-gatherer is my next most recent full-blooded ancestor. And that's where I started to think that it's not that accurate, because why would the indigenous American be down here and the African be earlier? Unless that's how it just ended up being. I don't know. Did the African come from the Spanish side of my family? Like, was that Spanish relative already part African when they moved to Mexico? Or was that relative full Spanish, moved to Mexico? There was an African relative, they had kids together, then the bloodline became part African. I don't know. So, no way to know. Indigenous American is farther back. Ashkenazi Jewish is farther back. North African is farther back. Sudanese is farther back. So, I don't really put a lot of weight to any of this right here. I think it's a whole lot of guessing on 23andMe's part. So, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Whatever. So here's a bunch of other stuff. Traits, genetic markers, and whatever. Don't really care too much about any of that. There's one funny one that I wanted to show you. Where is it? I think it's like the Neanderthal. I just passed it. This one made me laugh. I thought it was pretty funny, seeing that my results are so high. I have more than 96% Neanderthal DNA. Like, okay, I said that all backwards. You have more Neanderthal DNA than 96% of other customers. So there's only 4% on this entire program, 23andMe, whatever DNA testing site, that has more blood than me, more Neanderthal blood than me. That's nuts. I'm in the 96th percentile. That's crazy. That makes me super caveman, super unga bunga, right? So that's cool. I saw something else in here that said that I was like #1 out of my entire family. Oh, it's right here. You're in first place compared to your friends and family. There I am, #1. There's my mom, #3. There's my grandma, #4. So it's like, whoa, I wonder where the Neanderthal DNA came from. There's the proof. So the other people didn't score anywhere near as high as me, you know. I'm the winner. I'm the top Neanderthal in the family. So that was cool. But anyways, that is everything for now. As soon as I get my girlfriend tested, I will show you guys what her results are. So that'll probably take a couple months. So give it some time. I will make an updated video with her in it. We're gonna do the reveal together. So I'll have her with me, and then we'll open it up and have her get like a live reaction of her results. And it'll be funny because she is gonna find out if she's really French or not. I hope she is, for her sake, because her whole family has thought that they were French for like the longest time. So for her sake, I hope she is. I don't want to let her down. Well, it wouldn't be me letting her down. It would be the genetics, the truth letting her down. Anyways, so this is her. show you a photo. Because I don't know about technology. I don't know how to make it where it's more, I don't know, easier to see. But yeah, that's her. She's very pretty. I love her. And I can't wait to see her in a couple weeks. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. The last video got a whole bunch of comments. That was really cool. So thank you. I'm gonna try my best to be more active on the comments and reply to them. So please be patient with that. Sometimes I just don't know what to say, or I'm awkward, but I'm working on it. So thank you. So stay tuned. Like, comment, and subscribe. I know a lot of people say that. It feels weird saying that, but please go ahead and do it. If you want to see the updated video, I will be back in a couple months with a video, and we'll get the results. So thank you. Goodbye, and take care.